Can't just because we're a good team now or we're competing at the highest level, you can't just expect that we're going to see the stadium filled out.
Yeah, love Jamaica.
We don't know. We don't know the people that are there still. We couldn't even tell you why, but it's a disappointment still.
I won't lie, I'm disappointed, but still proud of the girls.
See me say, what you say? Anyway, the girl them there, Joe my daddy, you don't know. And people there with a reggae girl super fan. Yeah, Muchi. You love the people them.
Yeah, love Jamaica.
So how the game are going so far?
Well, we're under pressure. The girl Canada play more better ball than we right now.
So how you think we did start the game?
Well, we're going to score back still, a 2-1 still.
So you think the game are done 2-1?
Yeah, Jamaica have to beat them. We have to beat them 2-1. Watch this.
So which team on the field, which player on the field you think can play the best ball for you right now? Which number?
What, 14? That's
the 14?
Yeah. I'm 14 now. The blonde hair girl.
Oh, the blonde hair girl was scoring.
The wing back there. Wing back play some wicked ball.
So who you think need to step it up in the second half in order to get something done?
The captain need to talk to outside. Bring up our ball and then. Bonisha need to bring up our ball.
You don't think that she'll lead them good enough?
No. She not showing at the game. She'll drop back.
So what do you think we can do in the second half to come out and score upon the Canada team?
Drop off the number 10 and the number 5 in our back. Them two people to come out. Number 10 and 5 right now. And we have a better chance.
I'm a boss. Alright people, you heard it from a fan. We'll find some more people. We're here with another fan. First of all, the Reggae girls, they've been doing so well for Jamaica. Speak to us about your thoughts on the Reggae girls as a whole.
Well, on a whole, for football in Jamaica still, especially for the girls still, you know what I mean, it's a good look. You know what I mean? You know, football has come a far way as far as the females are concerned. You know what I mean? And after that historical performance for them though, in the World Cup there. But I hope that JFF would have put more resources in the younger one, in the schools and things, you know? But build up for the momentum there still, you see it.
Alright, so what do you think about the fact that the stadium is not even half full and a big match like today?
Why I don't know what to say now, because even me as an individual, I try to bring out people still, because every match me there still, no matter what, I'm there every match with the Reggae girls or the Reggae boy them still, but you know, unless something like significant, which, well, this is significant because it's a Olympic qualifier, but we don't know the people that are there still. We couldn't even tell you why, but it's a disappointment still.
We play Canada on Tuesday. Do you know that game is already sold out?
Yeah, man. I know, so it's sold out, man. I'm seeing JFF. I'll give us some free tickets to some individual teams and stuff and past players and things to get the people and come out. So I look forward to more crowds still, you know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is still, you see me?
Alright, so on the field, the girls are on there right now. You know, we're doing one love. What do you think about the first half performance?
Why we play like a we are lead, brother. No urgency. You know what I mean? Nothing, no urgency. I say when the 2 minutes left in the second half, we get you know, free kick. You know what I mean? And them just are casual. You know what I mean? The urgency in the night is like, you know, it just flat. I don't know.
So obviously we not play that well right now, but which Jamaican player you think right now play the best football for the field?
Why? Nobody not stand out, you know. Nobody not stand out. You know what I mean? Blackwood shot tried it too much. You know what I mean? The 19, them not the wing back here, so the right back, them not gearing up. Every time she get the ball, she walk, them are force it from Blackwood side. You know what I mean? That's a bad play, man. She depend on the team. If she a part of the team, you have to gear the ball. If she not perform, take her out. But when she depend on the field, she must be a part of the thing. You know what I mean?
Alright, so what do you think we can do better in the second half to improve our performance?
From urgency, man. Urgency. Because Canada not good. I think Canada is good star. No, I'm not joke. I think Canada is good. I come here nervous. Yes, I mean, but no, even though we don't want love, we still feel like we can win. God no, cause cannot. Them not. I want to poops them get on them score. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we still feel like we can win. Honest to God, when I just say that show, me a Jamaican. We cannot go down. We can beat them. We can beat them. You know what I mean? There's some urgency night, and we can grab them, man. We can grab them. Yeah.
You hear that people some urgency, and we can beat them. And you know what? May agree. I could try to find somebody else to talk to real quick. Yeah, people, so we're walking on stands and look for some fans to talk to, and guess who woke up on OTB themselves. Some of them upgrade and gone corporate, you see me, so we don't really see them that often. But we're there with Lip and Bobby same way. First of all, long time I don't see dogs. What are they on?
We're there, man, just enjoy and watch football same way, you know.
Alright, so Lippo, what do you think about the first half?
A decent first half so far, 1-0 down. I think the girls are playing at a decent level. I'm looking for some more presence in the midfield. I need to see a link between the midfield and the back four. But I mean, adjustments can be made at the half, and I think the adjustments will be made going into the second half.
Alright, so this Canada team coming in ranked higher than us with a lot of quality players. What was your expectation coming into this game?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really expect us to have as much of the ball as we have had, but I still think we need a little more incisiveness with the ball. As Lippo mentioned, the midfield. I think we need to be, I'm not going to say we need more calm on the ball because we're calm around the back, but I think once we get into the attacking areas, we need to transfer the calmness to there instead and just try and work opportunities instead of the long ball approach. But I think you will get worked out.
Yeah, I was just about to ask if it's more the same that we've been talking about with the Reggae boys, having great talent in the midfield like Drew Spence and Primus and not working through them. Do you think if we were supposed to channel the ball through the midfield more, we'd see a better result?
Yeah, well, most definitely. The midfield is the most important section of the field. That third is the most, the engine room, most important segment of the field. So I think if the ball is transferred through the midfield, as Bobby said, there's going to be more transition, and a transition of calmness from the back four comes into the midfield and then translates into the front three. Because we have quality up front to finish the chances. So once the transition is made in terms of through the midfield, and I think we're going to have a much better showing in the second half.
Alright, standout player so far.
Well, that's a tough one, That's a tough one. Actually not sure, I think the team on a whole, collectively I can see that they're very well tactically drilled. So I wouldn't really say that one player has really stood out to me as much, but I do think there's opportunities there for especially our attackers to try and get more 1v1 opportunities and really stand out in the second half.
And if we talk about the culture of the football for a second, an Olympic qualifier, the game at BMO Field in 4 days' time is already sold out. I don't think the stadium is a quarter full right now. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, everything is relative. I think if you had asked somebody, a fan, about a year ago, probably even 6 months ago, if they expected to see a big turnout like this for a girls' match, they wouldn't expect it. So everything in moderation, things will take time. I think this is a very good turnout for a girls' game. When the team plays well, when there's success, more people will support, and the culture is building. Women's football all over the world is getting better. You saw the Champions League finals last season. You saw the Camp Nou being sold out at a Barcelona women's game. So the culture is building, and if it's happening in Europe and we have the European talent, we have Jamaican talent, American talent here, then definitely the culture will build here.
Yeah, but they talk about the more success, the more support. But this team has been successful for a decade.
But success is all relative, Things in moderation, as I said, qualifying for the World Cup for the first time, we saw influx of fans, and then actually competing at the World Cup for the second time around, more influx of fans are coming. So success is all relative. Last year the goal would have been to qualify for the World Cup. Last World Cup campaign they qualified. This campaign was to compete, and that's exactly what they did. So the following World Cup we're aiming to go further. So success is all relative, and it changes year by year, season by season.
All right, chime in real quick.
Yeah, I agree with a lot that Lippo said. I do think that success is going to take a time to come. We can't just just because we're a good team now or we're competing at the highest level, you can't just expect that we're going to see the stadium filled out. I think over time, once the project gets bigger and bigger, once you see more sponsorship as well, I think it's only going to get better from here. And I'm actually really pleased with this turnout. This turnout is comparable, if not more, than what we saw for the Reggae Boys. So I'm not disappointed with the turnout too much. I think it will continue to grow.
Alright, lastly, real quick, the second half. What do we do to get ourselves back in the game and hopefully go ahead and win the game?
As we mentioned earlier, I'd love to see the midfield a bit more, a bit more active. Come closer to your back four. Be willing to collect the ball and move the ball. That can be a tactical adjustment. I don't think there needs to be a change in personnel. But I think coming closer to the back four, coming into the midfield, bringing the ball forward, transitioning that calmness, as Bobby mentioned, from the back four into the midfield and then into the front three. We have a dangerous front three, so I think if that link is made, then we're going to have a much stronger second half.
And last of you, Bobby, who are going for OTB?
It will return. It will return one of these days. Never say never. It may return, as you mentioned, corporate. It may return in a corporate sense. Watch out for it, man.
Alright, people, I get ready for the second half. Nice to link up with OTV man them again, isn't it? Alright, people, here with another Reggae Girl fan. A disappointed Reggae Girl fan. How are you feeling right now?
Because them they one love, so them supposed to attack and play.
So you don't feel like them play hard enough right now?
No.
So what do you think we can do in the second half to improve our performance?
Try attack more. Try play more harder.
So which player you think is playing the best football for Jamaica right now?
Which player? And for the woman's side?
Yeah. Which player you think are playing the best ball for the team right now?
I don't see none of them.
No, so under the pressure, Jaja. So do you think we have what it takes to step it up in the second half?
Start off, maybe.
Alright, besides the game, tell me what you think about the Reggae Girls, like a historic team, a team that's been doing so much for Jamaican football. Tell me what you think about it.
We never know for say, trust me.
She come out today and she wants some good football and them are pressure head people. Hopefully them can get something better in the second half. But we got I'm here with a Reggae Girl fan. First of all, speak to me about how you're feeling after the game.
Alright, first of all, the game was good, but Jamaica could have played a little better though. I mean, Khadija, no midfielder wasn't there to basically give her the ball, and they were playing too defensive, in my opinion. But, I mean, good win for Canada still.
Alright, so we needed to get a result in this game. It's a two-legged affair. We go back to Canada in 4 days to play them again in Canada, needing to score 3 goals in order to qualify for the Olympics. Do you think this Jamaica team has what it takes?
It's a long shot, but I think if they go back to the drawing board, I think they would have a good shot to. I mean, they just need to go back to the drawing board, look at which mistakes they made, and just come with all the energy they have.
Alright, so this Reggae Girl team, as we can see, they're coming over to clap the fans. They've done a lot for the culture. Right? Speak to us about what this Reggae Girls team has done over the past couple of years for the culture of football and women's football in Jamaica.
Well, first of all, I used to play football, right? And they have given us hope, like pure hope. So they have given the little ones hope and vision, so that they could push forward and be a part of the culture, be a part of Reggae Girls one day. I mean, it's not impossible.
And if you could say one thing to the Reggae Girls, give them one message, what would that be?
Don't be bogged down about the game. Don't be bogged down. Go back. Retreat. Look back on the drawing board and just basically, come out and play with energy. Play with some energy and push We can do it, man. We're Jamaicans.
All right, thank you. Unfortunately, we didn't get the result that we wanted today. How are you feeling after today's game?
I won't lie, I'm disappointed, but still proud of the girls. They did their best. We see that they were really trying, but yeah, there is disappointment for sure.
Yeah, I think they, the latter part of the game, maybe in the second half, you realize they were playing more offensive and actually had one or two shots on the, But yeah, I think they needed to change the strategy from earlier. So that's about it.
What were your guys' expectations coming into today's game?
I think I expected the same kind of energy that we saw in the World Cup. We followed every one of their World Cup matches, so we expected that kind of energy. As my husband was saying, the first half never really see that as much. So yeah.
All right, so we play in Canada in a couple of weeks, in a couple of days' time, about 4 days' time. What do you think we need to improve upon in order to give ourselves a shot to qualify for the Olympics?
One of the things I thought was interesting is so even our keeper, I was thinking our keeper probably should have, instead of every minute playing these little short passes, kind of look for the striker, kick the ball to the striker and then see if that can make some plays. Also think in the second part of the match, as I said, we were pushing more in terms of the offense, and I think we have to kind of stick it to them. So I think that's what we need to do, kind of more in the offense.
All right, so you mentioned that you followed this team throughout the World Cup, right? First of all, what do you think this World Cup campaign, what do you think it's done for the culture of Jamaican women's football?
I think it has brought a lot of respect to the women's football team and just awareness that we need to support the women's football more. So it's shone some light on the fact that there is lack of support and that we need to get together as a country. So, yep.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, one of the things that I was a little bit disappointed about is the fact that there are so many empty seats in the bleachers and things like that. And I felt like maybe if it was the Reggae boys, we would have seen more people. So, yeah.
All right, so if you could give the Reggae girls one message, what would it be?
I would say keep going, keep fighting, don't give up. I can see the hunger. I know that they want it. They want to make a legacy out of this team, and we're right there supporting them.
Yeah, I'd say ditto because I really think that they're onto something, and it's just a matter of perseverance and tenacity. That will probably once they continue with consistency, they'll make it.
Thank you so much for talking to us, guys.
Right.